Well, I'm gonna change my name. I just thought of a great stripper name.
What? That came from Putin?
Yes.
No, it came from Tucker.
Tucker Putin. Please welcome to the stage, Tucker Putin.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Leftist Extremism. Late last week, the news broke that even the special counsel realized that Biden's brain is bad. Of course, everyone that doesn't drool on themselves regularly has known that for ages. But despite that, the media has a long history of dismissing the thought of Biden having an addled mind as a right-wing conspiracy.
That's an issue pushed by right-wing media, but it's not correct.
If you're concerned about Joe Biden's age, you probably don't know Joe Biden.
Biden is actually in good shape.
Right. Mentally, he's quite acute.
Any aide who engages with him or reporters, we can see this. The gears of his mind are working.
The right-wing media has so fixated on Biden and Biden purportedly having cognitive issues.
It's not just making an issue of Biden's age. It's lying. It's saying he's senile. It's saying he's demented. Saying he's out of it.
Oh, well, and now suddenly, like Hunter's laptop from hell, the media's like, oops, it's not a lie after all. It's time to change the tune. The new White House talking point is that the report claiming Biden's brain is too addled for him to face prosecution, well, that kind of language is
gratuitous, and I think that was right. There were cheap shots.
I found some of the language in the report a little bit gratuitous.
I think that this special counsel report was gratuitous.
This gratuitous language that he used.
Gratuitous language about his mental acuity.
This seems like the height of interference. It's gratuitous.
Republicans making hay out of the gratuitous age comments in the report.
This is a little bit, in my view, beyond editorializing. It is gratuitous.
It's funny because I thought it was gratuitous when the media questioned President Trump's mental capacity without any real evidence or a special counsel report just a few years back. And then the media was gratuitous about invoking the 25th Amendment.
We're going to talk about the 25th Amendment and whether we could see it invoked.
Consider the 25th Amendment.
There is the 25th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. It's a possible remedy.
Given that the 25th Amendment at the moment is the only thing we have,
It's not unreasonable to say this is 25th Amendment kind of stuff.
The 25th Amendment, which could be used to declare him incapacitated.
The 25th Amendment is very important.
Was 25th Amendment talk happening in the Justice Department?
Cabinet should convene immediately to discuss the 25th Amendment.
But they don't want to talk about that anymore all of a sudden. It's rather curious, isn't it? They also don't want to talk about Biden business partner Tony Bobulinski's closed-door testimony to Congress this week. He confirmed that Joe Biden was indeed the brand being pitched in the family's dealings with companies in China and the Ukraine, and that Joe is indeed the big guy referred to in emails getting his cut. So how much time did the big three broadcast networks devote to this groundbreaking testimony on Tuesday evening or their Wednesday morning shows? 0 seconds, none. Well, perhaps they were still recovering from the report on Monday that the consumer price index went up over last month and has consistently always been higher since Biden took office. The media got real creative when trying to put lipstick on this pig. I mean, sure, you're paying more for your groceries, but, there is some good news.
Also climbing modestly, up 1.3% from a year ago, but some items that might be on your breakfast table right now are actually lower in price, like cereal down 2.4%, sausage down 1.5%, and coffee, thank goodness, is down 1%.
Just eat cereal and drink coffee. Your budget will be fine. Really, Bidenomics is working great. Don't eat Corn Pops for cereal, though.
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
We found out this week that you don't have to be a bad dude to get some lovin' from the ladies at The View. No. Yeah, I know, it's a scary thought, but it helps a lot if you're whacked out of your gourd.
First, you do a matinee in the afternoon. You do a matinee. Matinee is key to good sex. A martini. Empty stomach.
Definitely
no eating.
empty stomach.
Yeah.
No if you don't drink, there are other options.
Max can tell. Not even popcorn. Max can tell by what I'm eating if I could have anything later.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Not everybody drinks.
You can go the Whoopi Goldberg route. We all know what that is. And get yourself in the mood. And not a drink, but some other opioid.
You might need a lot of opioids to get with the ladies of The View. View is apparently a little sex crazed this Valentine's week.
Well, I'm gonna change my name. I just thought of a great stripper name.
What? That came from Putin?
Yes.
No, it came from Tucker.
Tucker Putin.
Please welcome to the stage, Tucker Putin.
Was that supposed to be a sexy dance, or is she having a seizure or something? It looks like a dying cow. Frankly, I can't imagine an audience that would want to watch Whoopi perform a stripper dance under any name, but that's got to be against the Geneva Convention, doesn't it?
I think the word gratuitous is generous.
Of course, Whoopi maybe could find a media audience since they only seem to see what they want to see. Now, this part is sad. You may have noticed how quick the media was to drop the latest incident of yet another transgender on a shooting rampage. This time happened at the Lakewood Church in Texas. Early on, the shooter's identity was a mystery with a history of both male and female identities. But the leftist media just couldn't mention that.
Law enforcement records show Moreno had at least 6 prior arrests since 2005, including weapons charges. In 2016, authorities also placed Moreno under an emergency detention order.
Officials said the shooter has a history of mental illness and was arrested at least 6 times, including a weapons charge.
Additionally, the shooter was a migrant who may have also voted in Texas. So this story was going sour for the media long before news of the anti-Semitic writings broke. Now, under these circumstances, the leftist media have no interest in covering the topic. It's time for them to move on and refocus on protecting Joe Biden, you know, what they do best. And they did that again when news broke that under Bidenomics, mortgage rates surged higher. And once again, Good Morning America comes to the rescue and they find that silver lining that they always seem to come up with.
But if you're looking for the silver lining, it is still better than that 18% peak that we saw 4 decades ago, guys.
4 decades ago. Doesn't seem that far off. All right. Thanks so much, Elizabeth.
The highest in 40 years? I mean, that's your silver lining? Wow. Talk about desperate. I'm Eric Shiner from MRCTV, and I'm asking you to not be desperate, but to help us out by heading over to the MRC homepage and click on that donation button. Visit MRCTV.org for the latest in videos, information, and entertainment. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the social media platforms that actually let you see us. We'll be back next week with another look at leftist media madness.